Hello, everybody. Another astro gravitational report for today. Things are shifting, right? Changing, upgrades. Very powerful moments with this. You understand these upgrades little by little. You probably feel agitated, uncomfortable. Something goes against you, something goes from within you, some process from changes and so on and so on. Yes, it's time for upgrades. It's time for updates. It's time to grow up. It's time for the things to get in a good level. It is time. But you need to understand that the processes of changes uh, most of the time are unpleasant. And those unpleasant moments, you see things within. Um, a lot of going on in the sky right now after all this unifications upgrades that we have, specifically when the moon got together with the authority, this divine union with the divine energies of the authority and the intuitions, we had some movements with the masculine energies, the masculinity understanding in there. Now it's time for this feminine upgrade. That is the upgrade where the moon joins Lilith and there is a divine energies towards that. Funny part. Personally talking about me, the Venus right now is in the same place where my North Node and Lilith is. So I have a lot of understanding, and we're talking about a masculine perspective. There's going to be understanding of the three female energies within the masculine. There is going to be a lot of upgrades with the understanding about the woman, the mother, the intuitions. We're talking about the goddess, the divine feminine within, and we're talking about Lilith, the lover that is within intimacy positions. For some of the females, this is going to be an energy when they look at it within. That is the parts of the subcells within. The intuition is going to lead them to this mothering energy, to this beautiful goddess energy, which is Venus, also to a Lilith, which is the lover and the intimacy partner. So during these processes today, take a look from within you. Be mindful because in the morning, tomorrow morning at 3 o'clock in the morning, very specific wake up calls because midheaven is going to be actually right in there. Some of you maybe going to wake up into a divine powers. That could be this waking up at 3 a.m., giving you the heads up. Actually, the post is over at Facebook. You can see the charts on your own self and see this. But during this process of changes, take these energies, allow them to go and flow from within. Get in there, flow within. Moon and Lilith is going to be beginning of unifications within their first degrees of Leo. What does that mean? The feminine authority. Because Moon, Lilith are in Leo, which is the authority. Okay, where is Venus? Venus is in the first degrees of Capricorn, that work, the goddess work within. So you're going to look at it that this goddess work within is going to be working with the feminine energies. This is you to unified understanding from masculine perspective about the feminine energies, and you as a feminine to understand your feminine energies from within you, what you like in it, what you need to grow with it, and so on and so on. So now let me recognize the people who are here in the chat. Cece, like your eyes, watch what you see. And Erica, Lisa, thank you for being here. If you later on you guys have any questions, but right now I'm going to move you on the side monitor so I can look at it to the chart. And we are going to go through the report today. So I was talking about this 3 o'clock energy, and you need to understand that those energies are very beautiful unless you decide not to transform, not to change. You may gonna feel like this energy of resistance from within is gonna be coming in towards you. So 7 o'clock in the morning, the ascendant is together with the sun pretty much. That is this oppositions with Mars. Mars is not happy, hasn't been happy for a while with this Sagittarius season. But the good thing, he's retrograde, but still a lot of learning, still a lot of energies that are coming in. You might look at it, this growth that's coming in towards you. The ascendant is together with the sun, that it's mean the authority within, that it's working with Saturn, the learning, the process of this restricted mode. But restricted of what? Restrictions so you can learn for a better evolution within you as a masculine. The moon is at 25 degrees, almost 26 degrees at Cancer. She's home. She is in the family. She does this for a better family with it in. But what kind of better family? The proper authority in home. That's where the moon is going to meet Lilith. The feminine authority within is the beautiful mother, to be the beautiful goddess, to be the beautiful partner, but also to be the beautiful intimacy partner within herself with her partner. So this is going to be a very beautiful unifications. That is kind of like completing this cycle before when all those three energies they met. Kind of like they have this meeting, kind of like a once in a while. But that is about you to grow, you to evolve, you to look the situations within. In the morning, midheaven is at Libra. That is a masculine review. It is relationships. And there is a beautiful trine with Mars, and this energies could be intense because there is a opposition with Jupiter, lack of growth. It is like squaring Venus. Usually, this square with Venus is like you may feel like nobody loves me, nobody wants me, there is no love, or I'm not capable of love, and so on and so on. Now, though, you are going to look what is your understanding about love today and how you're going to put these energies from within you. So this is going to be at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. These energies are coming. They are divine energies. You're going to feel because the moon in Cancer with 26 degrees, 28 minutes at Cancer. She is right now putting these divine energies towards the ascendant and Venus. They're coming together. You are going to see this energy that today you're going to deal with this. Somehow you're going to feel within. Midheaven, it's still in Libra, 22 degrees. And there is a beautiful trine between Saturn and Mars. That is about learning about the masculine. You can have this revisions from within you. As a feminine, are you dealing good with the masculine energies? Or as a masculine, what is your understandings about feminine? So it's going to work the both ways. It's going to be coming in. It's going to be work. This divine energy towards Venus and the ascendant is going to be coming in like a vision, like a deja vu. It's like, hey, this are you going to be seeing today? Beautiful divine energies. They're coming from midheaven towards Neptune. So you have this enhanced visions from within you. They are divine guidance from within your own self. All right, Lilith and the moon, they are trying with Jupiter and Neptune. What does that tell you? Growth of the emotion, growth within the visions, growth within the just understanding, grow with what kind of authority you have from within you. So at 9 o'clock, midheaven goes to Scorpio, is opposing Uranus. You're familiar with this. Something to do with the shadow side within your own self. The shadow that comes in with these energies. Um, the ascendant, it is at 14 degrees of Capricorn, is divine energies with Mars. So Venus, when it begins to close to this 14 degrees of Capricorn, which is going to be probably like in a week and a half, you're going to see these energies between divine energies, between Mars and Venus. But they are going to come in after all these unifications with the feminine energies that's coming in today. What is you understand as a masculine part of the three feminine energies, and how you understand the three feminine energies from within you. Okay, you try to go against the universe today. You need to understand it can't. It's just energy, it is situations, things they are beyond your control. 10 o'clock, a little bit intense energy. The ascendant and Pluto are opposing Lilith and the moon. You might see what you're missing there as a feminine energy, the mother side. You may see the missing energies, the intimacy partner, the situations that are in there within you. You might have this inner clash within yourself. Of course, this is about your understanding about these energies, or you as a feminine looking at on these energies. Midheaven is at Scorpio, but that is a beautiful trines between midheaven, the moon is still in Cancer at 27 degrees, and we have 29 degrees and 22 degrees Neptune and Jupiter and Pisces. A lot of emotions. During these emotional situations, these emotional upgrades for it, you may be looking at your emotions and doing the upgrades, doing the corrections. You're going to understand those corrections from within you. You may see your shadow, your dark side with all of these energies focus within. You may going to find out why the masculine energies or the authorities that were like, you know what, it wasn't right. I didn't act myself. I didn't put my act together. You maybe understand as a masculine energies, the understanding towards the feminine energies. Maybe the feminine energy has not developed something within them. Maybe they didn't develop the mother. Maybe they didn't develop the goddess. Maybe they didn't develop their loving interest as intimacy in there. And so you're looking within yourself right now and you see what they may like on it, why they may be like on it, and so on and so on. But that's going to help you from within you to have understanding with this. But if it's a feminine energies, you're going to be looking at that shadow side. What do you like from within as a feminine? What did you like in there? Maybe the mother, maybe the goddess part within you, maybe the intimacy part within yourself. Why and why not? And you're gonna look, and if whatever you're gonna missing, you're gonna get those downloads today, those upgrades today. So it's a very beautiful energies because the first 2-3 degrees within Capricorn, they're talking about embodiment of the soul, and that's where Venus is. Okay. Something going on in here. There it is. Didn't want it to shift. So at 12 o'clock, the moon is at 28 degrees, 27 minutes at still at Cancer. Midheaven is with the sun. There is going to be situations with authority. Are you going to authorize these changes? If you have feminine, you still have authority within you. You still have a sun. Are you going to authorize these changes? Are you going to look at this masculine energies? It's like, you know what, screw this. I don't want to change. I want to be the way I am. Or you're going to be seeing like, I want to happy, I want to allow those changes, I understand that these changes is for me. So you may have this internal fights inside of yourself. The ascendant is at Pisces at 15 degrees. It's going to be square the sun and squaring Mars at 14 degrees, 47 minutes in Gemini. So there's duality, there is fights, there is situations inside. But you need to understand that these energies are coming so they can help you grow. The moon and Lilith, they're opposing Pluto, but they are having these beautiful connections with Jupiter and Neptune. That Jupiter and Neptune, they are sextiling Pluto, means through the seeing, through the visions that Neptune will give you, this kind of like a miracle mystery energies within you, and the mystery growth within yourself, you are going to transform, not kind of like a directly fight in there within you. So it's going to be intense energies at 12 o'clock, but looking at them, this, it's going to be getting improved because later on at 1 o'clock, the moon it's already at almost 29 degrees of Leo. The energy is going to be improved. Midheaven, it is in 5 degrees of Capricorn. That is going to be the first time where the midheaven actually, probably when talking, I'm going to give you this exact time pretty much when they are going to be with the midheaven is going to be at the 1 degrees at 1240. There's going to be one of the soul within you, soul work that needs to be done of these unifications. It's coming. Kind of like I tell you, listen, this is what the upgrades is going to be. This is what the situations are will be, and it's all here for you to grow. This energy, it is connecting exactly with what it was the previous hour. This upgrades that it's coming within a goddess level. Who is going to put you together? All those three energies, understanding about all these energies. They're not some kind of like parts of you. They are you when you unite them. If you don't get these energies, unite them from within you, one or the other energies is going to be either control you or is going to be pushing you down because you did not evolve it or you not develop it from within. So look at it on this energies. The midheaven, it is at Venus, but at 3 o'clock in the morning, midheaven is going to be with the moon and Lilith. So it's going to be in the opposite side. So first is going to show you the goddess part of this upgrade, but around 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe you're going to get a wake up call from the divine. That's at 3 a.m. You know, you guys who wakes up at 3 a.m., you guys know who you are. Okay? So that is going to be pretty much at on that energy. At 2 o'clock, the midheaven, it goes into a Capricorn at 19 degrees. The work that it's done, you're going to look at these oppositions. Why are you opposing changes? Why are you opposing Pluto? You got to have another divine way from within you. The ascendant is going to a Taurus, very close to the North Node in Uranus. There's going to be a beautiful trine with Mercury and Venus. You may going to look at communications or talk to someone. What do you need to do? How you need to do? Maybe look informations of these upgrades. Maybe reading something, looking videos, so much, so on. It's kind of like informations that's coming because you're sensing what you need to do. You're sensing what you need to like on it, but you're looking at from on your side. And it's like, yeah, I need to look and allow this upgrade to happen in me. So 3 o'clock p.m. Midheaven is going to be at 4 degrees of Aquarius, rebellion in there. You kind of like, no, I don't want these changes. I'm okay the way that I am. But really, you look at the positive side in there. Midheaven's got a sextiles with Neptune and Jupiter. They have a beautiful trine with Lilith and the moon. And there is a divine energies from Venus towards the moon and Lilith. So you understand this revolution is coming for good. But your ego probably is going to be standing on your way, standing in these situations. The moon currently is at 29 degrees 56 minutes in Cancer. She's about to move and join Lilith in Leo within the next hour. So between 3 and 4 o'clock, you may gonna feel this shift. It's like a pressure. Like you want to control. You want to be the authority of this. You want to be controlling this upgrade. But some things you control, some things you don't. So it is what it is. Accept it with you and go with the flow. It's my best advice to you because don't resist changes that are good for you. Those who doesn't resist the changes at 4 o'clock are gonna feel beautiful. What I mean by that. Midheaven joins Saturn. That's mean the masculine energies are understanding what's going on with the feminine. Also, the moon is already at 26 minutes within Leo. It's beautiful trine there with Jupiter and Neptune, and it's gas sextile towards Pluto. The same way the Sun has sextiles with Saturn in the midheaven, it has a trines with Mars. So basically, this is going to be a very beautiful balancing between masculine understand feminine and feminine understand masculine within. You take this new approach, these new energies of Aquarius from within you. You're just gonna be good. Okay, good. I mean, some people they're gonna resist this. That's gonna be probably people who are way too much in the masculine energies because the ascendant is with Mars. But if you look the connections of this beautiful time between ascendant and Mars with midheaven and Saturn coming together and have this sextile with the sun, you know, solve the issue. But anger doesn't solve problems. Anger only shows up where the problems are that you need to work on it. You can't solve anger with anger. So some of you is going to learn this positive masculine energies, but also these feminine energies that are coming together. They're helping to understand. Don't aggravate the masculine energies because you're weak feminine energy. There's going to be a lot of this going on within your mind about this. And at 5 o'clock, this situations, these issues, it's kind of like going to be telling you everything you may be liking of being a good as a at home, you know, like a mother situations, or you didn't see clarity of things. You maybe look at it at the goddess positions of the energies, the goddess woman from within you, or maybe you are lacking intimacy for certain reasons. But at the same time, the masculine is going to be working. It's like, what the heck? What is my authority? That I did the proper authority? That I did the proper love? Did I did the proper communications? Did I did the proper growth? Did I did the proper visions within me? So all this is now, it's kind of like a coming up on the surface. You may going to feel intense. Midheaven, though, it is at 4 degrees of Pisces. Mysteries. Mysteriosically, kind of like a miracle ways, you are understanding all this. You're like, I never did that before. Now you do, because the upgrades begins to kick in within this situations. Midheaven is in divine energies with Lilith and the moon right now at Leo. That is in the first degree of Leo. Lilith is in the second degree already of Leo. So is Venus. Venus is 2 degrees and 12 minutes from within. That is the embodiment of the soul there. That's what the Venus is going to leading this divine energies towards the moon and Lilith from within. So there is also divine energies from the ascendant. That is 28 degrees of Gemini towards Pluto. Support of these transformations, of these changes from within. 6 p.m. Thanks a little bit of calm down, and it's just like, okay, well, I got what I needed to get. I understand what this is, how this is going to help me and my family. If you look at it, the communications and love you have in the family, they weren't good, and they're not good at all. You finally got to find a different way. What is the different way, though? Ascendant, that is at Cancer at 11 minutes 57 seconds, is a beautiful sextile with Uranus in the North Node. You're looking at the universe and the current timeline, the current situations. The North Node and Uranus, they have a sextile with Neptune and a midheaven. They're coming in together, and they also have a sextile with Pluto. So you're changing. You just gotta go around. The other side, that is the ascendant has this sextile ascent is Uranus and the North Node, but it's a beautiful trine with Mercury at 7 degrees of Capricorn. Would you make the call? Would you do the call? Can you make the call to do it? Everything they need to do for it. You need to understand that Mercury and Capricorn is all about the truth in there. You're not a truthful with Capricorns, then you're not a pro. If you're not a pro in life, why do I have to work with you? Because everything that I need to work with you is going to go down the pitfall. That's what the Capricorn is. Capricorn, it is the perfectionist, the pro. With you start at one job and you finish it, A to Z. That's how it goes. That's what the Capricorns. They're the public servants. Those are firefighters. There is a doctors. There is a policemen, police forces, government situations, officials, and so on. Because with them, they cannot just leaving the things done. It's not like the doctor is going to op you, perform your heart surgery, and is going to leave you open. He has to finish the job. The importance of the finish the job. And some of you may be looking at with this upgrades to be finished and to be complete with them, because the uncompletion may be led to a crashes in life. So at 7 p.m. midheaven, it's passing through Jupiter. It's in the 7 degrees of Aries. This is a new energy within. There is a beautiful trine with the moon, with the ascendant that is in Cancer, but it is squaring communications in Venus. Some of you is going to be like, this new road is going to require something else. I cannot talk about this. I'm great. I cannot talk about these situations. I have these things within me, and I don't. Right now, I have to focus on my growth and my visions, the way I see it, to transform myself. That's it. I'm done. That's it. I have to zip it up. And some of you is going to have to go within the hermit mode to allow this process of upgrade to coming in. Lilith and the moon are already together in Leo. That is at the 1 degrees 55 minutes. The Lilith, it's 2 degrees 7 minutes. And they are giving this energy to Venus that it's already at 2 degrees and 18 minutes. You will understand this new beginning of embodiment on the soul. It has to complete. That is a new cycle within you. And you have to allow this process of these feminine energies to complete, to be finished. You can't just stop your upgrade in the middle of upgrade. You have to allow it to go on. Mercury and the North Node in Uranus is going to be making a call, divine call for within. So some of you maybe get the divine calls today from within yourself. So later on at 8 o'clock, this ascendant is going to be together with Lilith and the moon. You're going to get a visions of what's going to happen at 3 o'clock in the morning. Intense energies, yes, there will be intense energies. Midheaven is at 23 degrees at the Aries. Beautiful trine with the authority. That you put the authority in there. It's a beautiful sextiles with Saturn that is going to teach you what you need to do. Saturn is also a sextile with the Sun. So it's beautiful. That masculine part, Venus, it is getting this energies that it's very beautiful. And currently the ascendant, okay, and the ascendant is got this beautiful, beautiful energies with Mercury. You're going to understand that later on you have to deal with this divine communications from within yourself. So 9 o'clock, that upgrade, it is understanding that it's coming from the divine. Midheaven, it is in Taurus together with the North Node and Uranus. You begin to understand this is a divine position. The ascendant at Leo, which is 18 degrees of Leo, that is a sextiling Mars. Mars, it's trining Saturn. Saturn's sextiling the Sun, and the Sun is in trine with this. And then it's kind of like the energy goes around. We're all learning right now, all learning these situations. But the people who are within their ego positions, if you haven't learned already the situations with the Leo season, now it's going to come and tell you, hey, you should have learned this. Because the ascendant at 18 degrees, it's opposing Saturn and it squares the Uranus. You're just fighting the universe. You think like you're a king, you can be more powerful to the universe. Good luck with that. So that is that energies that tells you with big red light, that flash warning, don't come against the universe, warning. You all know what I'm talking about there. A lot of you understand those positions with these energies. The moon and Lilith, they are going forward. They are trining Jupiter as a growth, coming out of this shadow, murky, Piscean, unknown, shadowy world that nobody knows what really is going on in there. It's kind of like, yeah, I have to face the unknown. And some of you is going to feel like, okay, I will allow this upgrade. After the upgrade, I will see what that is, but I don't have to fear it. There is nothing to fear about it. Really, there isn't. So at 10 p.m., the midheaven is at 24 degrees, helps you with understanding this, particularly Piscean energy, because there is a sextiles with Jupiter and Neptune, tells you all these visions. Lilith and the moon, they have a trine with all with Jupiter. They understand is about the growth. Ascendant is 29 degrees of Leo. Yacht, divine energies of Jupiter and Pluto. Growth, you see it, it's coming. Okay, but be patient. Okay, the upgrades takes time. You can't just go there, put a hookup upgrade, and you're done. No, you're not. First, you take the upgrade from within you. It takes a time to sink in. It takes you time to understand these new energies within yourself and then act and use these energies from within you. That's what this midheaven and Taurus is going to tell you, that you have to perform in the world, in the material world, to fix your material situations. And at 11 o'clock, midheaven is at Gemini. There is right now a divine energies that's going to be towards Mercury and Venus during these hours. There, specifically within the first degrees of Gemini, pointing towards Venus. You are going to understand this importance of the twins energies in you. But what is the twins? That is the masculine energies understands the feminine situations. The feminine situations understands the masculine's energies. Okay, you are going to have to look this with in the mirror with you. Be honest with you, be getting it with you, be a friend within you. And that's what this Gemini energy is. The ascendant is at 11 degrees of Virgo, organizations. But how the organizations happen? The organizations happen with the proper communications from within. Midheaven, it is there at the 8 degrees. That is this divine energies towards Mercury. The ascendant is going to have a trine with Mercury, and Mercury's got trine with Uranus there at Taurus. What does that tell you? Universe communications to organize the things within you in the world. So I want to keep on going in there until 3 o'clock in the morning because some of you has to understand this. At midnight, the energy is going to be intense. There is going to be oppositions with Jupiter and Neptune and squaring the Sun. The Sun, it is opposing midheaven and Mars. It's going to be this fight that brews with you. You are like, okay, let's be done with it. Okay, either I'm going to accept it or I'm still fighting in there. I like my old self better. I don't like this new self. I don't like these energies. I don't like all this crap. It drives me nuts. You guys know when you are breaking in within the energies, the new things that comes in, they are intense. They put a pressures on you, pressure you to change. You're not going to feel this pressure because you don't know how to organize yourself. No, you do. Because the ascendant, it is working with the universe. It works with Uranus, and the ascendant is in trine with Pluto. You do. The question is are you going to allow it or not? That is your choice. And the pressure of these changes is going to push you a little forward. So at 1 o'clock in the morning, the midheaven is at Cancer, is squaring the ascendant that is in Libra, is squaring Jupiter. It is opposing Venus and Mercury. You may feel from within you, what it did to myself, I'm turning into. I should have had my own agendas, I should have my own situations. Blah, 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 blah. You guys know about these feminine energies that they complain always about things instead of looking within and fix their situations. Now, look at it in this, and is that gonna have benefit of this blah 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 in the family? No, it doesn't. So now this could be triggers for both sides. Masculine, who doesn't like when the feminine complains all the time, situation since 444, but it's the same time the feminine looking at in there. Why did they have to complain? Maybe there's something from within to upgrade. So you understand all this energies there. Just be careful because it's about relationships, and be mindful. Don't do these situations. But later on at 2 o'clock, man, there's going to be a lot of divine energies. How you guys have no idea. The ascendant at 17 degrees, which is about in Libra. Beautiful kite that in the bottom is Mars, and the one side is the ascendant, on the other side it's Saturn, and the top is the authority, which is the Sun. The Sun has a yacht with midheaven and Cancer, which is his divine family, in there under the yacht together with Saturn. So there is a one yacht in there. 10, there is already a divine energies that are coming from Lilith and the moon towards Venus and Mercury, and as a divine energies from Uranus in the north node towards the ascendant. Ooh, you think you're better than the divine? Careful when the divine takes over about these energies at 2 o'clock in the morning. Mind your energies, really. Allow these energies to change your human-based perspective to the divine within. And 3 o'clock in the morning, that was the energy I was referring into. Midheaven, the moon, and Lilith are together, have divine energies towards Venus and Mercury. And the ascendant is at 29 degrees of Libra with Jupiter. Growth. You're going to see this growth in this murky water, this murky energy of depth. You need to understand that 29 degrees of Pisces, that is the depth for rebirth. Are you going to allow the old to die from within you so the new can rise up within ourselves? Are you going to be doing this energies within? Midheaven, the moon, and Lilith are trining Jupiter and ascendant. It is a divine growth there within. What are you going to do is up to you. Wish you a happy day. Wish you a happy upgrade. Enjoy this process, and hopefully you're going to come out good. after all this. All right, guys. So now I can take some questions if you guys have some. All right. So what do we have here? Detective and Maria Richards. Guys, thank you for coming in. If you guys have some any questions, any situations with this, let me know. I'm here for you. If not, we are going to see each other later on. We're going to talking about what to do about your twin flame situations during the holidays. That was a request, and we're going to be looking into this situations from within. All right. I mean, hopefully that upgrade is going to be good for you. I mean, it's good for everybody. It's good for you. It's good for the family. It's good for your partner, your spiritual connections there, and so on and so on. It's about you. So there is upgrades. People who upgrades, it goes up. So I had a dream with my TF. We look at each other in the eyes and we merge. I feel love inside me. That Erica is coming. That is a preview. Those are the visions from within. Those are the situations from within. And to keep that visions because maybe they're going to become later on a reality. Be mindful of those visions though, because they're coming from Pisces energy. And sometimes those energies, they can be illusions there. So careful with these energies. That's why when I see those visions, don't pay too much attention to it. Allow the energies to manifest on their own without rushing, pushing, and so on, naturally, basically naturally. With the inner peace inside of you, that's how the things happened on their own. Hi, Dio. Is Lilith transitioning from Cancer to Rio permanently? Lilith, you need to understand, she goes up and down, and I'm staying away from going and watching the planets moving too much forward for it because of people begin to live more in the future compared to the present, and it's not good for them. It's not good. I mean, we're looking at the things in the future, and that's what right now. Even I was talking to Alchemy of Balance, which is hi, Mr. Alchemy, Nick. Thank you for coming. But you need to understand that there is a conflict creations there when you look so far within the future. You're creating alternative future within you, your projections inside of you, and that's what doing this energy just like a weather report for you, what it's coming. Okay, that's what this is. I'm staying away from a weekly prognosis, of monthly prognosis. The only thing I do this is when you guys have to know what upcoming changes are coming. And that's what I get at this through a guidance. Otherwise, we have these deep conversations about this. And sometimes it's not good because you're not doing the current work in the present time, the present lifetime. So it is what it is. Okay. So I have a look at it. Why do visions sometimes come with not so wanted energies? What do you don't want? You need to understand that sometimes that right now the way the energies is with indeed the divine connections between partners, talking about soulmates, twin flames, divine partnerships, all the labels you can talk about it. And it's been going crazy. But you need to understand that the gap is coming wider because some of the people rise up way above and the other person is going down. And there is a thinks that the gap is way too big. And you're gonna feel like this gap is gonna create I don't want to come down. And the other person is gonna be like, I don't want to go up. I'm not going to be wanted up there because I do not resonate with this kind of like a high level of energy. So this is kind of like a little fogginess within all this CC, but that's what it comes in. it sounds like a not wanted, but it is because of not resonating anymore. You can't have a person who resonates way low up here with the resonations that is very high. So this happens when there is a one of the person does not evolving. It's coming from the three stages of evolutions. When the one person does not want to evolve, they just disappear, dissolve that energies. Then the person is neutral, and when it becomes neutral and you evolve, guess what? There is an option, there is a growth in there that you are going into, and there is a gap now, a huge energy gap within the vibrations, because they don't want you grow, wanted and want. You see the correlations within the words there, CC. There is a huge this situation. So what if you're sleeping on 3 a.m. is good around the universe when working? Yeah. Divine timing, usually at 3 o'clock in the morning, if God is going to have to wake you up to get a message, there is a divine messages in there. It's 3 a.m. There is a divine timing in there. Most of the people who are waking up at 3 a.m., they begin to look at why did they awake at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. is a divine time. If you need to research it more within this, that is one of the souls talking to you. If you don't hear the soul, though, he's going to scream at you. And you're going to be awakened of that scream, what's going on. So, alchemy of balance, karmic clearing is present apparently. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, alchemy. I need to talk to you, by the way. I'll give you a buzz right after that. Talking about, so there's a lot of clearing going on, because right now with this karma, this North Node and Taurus, is that karma and Earth is almost an instantly. So yeah, and unwanted entities. If the person has a entities attached, you need to understand that sometimes the entities attached to the person, that is it because the person allowed either other people or other energies controlling them. That is like a submission type of a deal. I will listen my friends instead of listen my soul. I will listen my parents instead of listen myself. And now this creates this entity situations. Sometimes people listen their lower selves for it, or entities from lower selves from other people. That's how that's attachments, this energy attachments are there. Sometimes the people are born with that, and you can't help those people. But yeah, see, that's what this is. Uh, alchemy. I go to bed around 4 a.m. so I don't get awoken every night. You know what I wanted to say, right? Smart, 1A with double S. So I know you're laughing. Yes, you are. Because you know what's coming, don't you? Oh boy, Nick. Love it. I dream also with my ex-husband. That could be that ending that Nick actually is talking about, ending of this karmic energies for. Yeah, Maria Richards, we are laughing here. The energy of laugh is good. Right, Nick? It's good. If you're laughing on it, it's good. You need to take these upgrades with laugh, with approach, and so on, but also the inner peace, guys. Don't forget about it. That's what leading all these upgrades. It's like, chill out, calm down, things get better, things get upgrade. Okay? How would you like to be upgrade from a car that it's made at 1997? That is a 1.3 liter with a brand new powerful machines like a Dodge Charger and they're turbocharged and so on and so on. Come on. But you got to have patience. paperwork, approvals, and so on. Use our humor. I feel this ending. Yes, ending of karmic contracts are on our own to beginning the divine contracts to be fulfilled. If you saw the divine contracts that were not good, that wasn't, they're going to be looked through it, and North Node is a North Node. Turns to karma. That's what this is. You don't keep your divine contracts, they become karma, transitions. So some other people will feel that as well. Is it karma upon you or karma situations within you? It's a lot in there. You're correct, Nick. So, all right. Um, anyone has anything to share or any other questions? If not, let's share the love and the light. And hopefully, you guys have these beautiful upgrades. Beautiful. I mean, if you look at this beautiful upgrades, you sense them, they're coming from above. I mean, we broke that old grid of false reality. The new one is coming in. And what is that new one is? This new one is now. Now. Okay? So, learning the new things, it's going to take some time. So, be compassionate from within you and so on. All right, guys. Love you. I see you later on at the main. Do you ever seen CC? Do you ever see something look like that? The ending of karmic contract is what happened with that YouTuber who showed up in my dream. Ooh, who is that YouTuber you're talking about, detective? I honey grit in yellow. Ah, as a layer of or a vision. Yeah. You know what's going on, CC. Think it is when you get this energies more properly, more aligning towards yourself, you're gonna see them better. But yeah, the grid is going down. The new grid is white. The old was like a yellow, murkish thing for it that becomes to be from black to kind of like a yellowish on the top for it. So and so on. Yeah. Ooh, detective. Mm, careful with those energies there. But it's good. Feels good. If you're in a dreams, it's killing you. That is good. That is good in there. Some of you is gonna have these dreams are coming. Yes. Maria Riches, thank you. Bye for now. Best of your days and nights. Much love. Thank you, Maria. And I fell in love her, but I was not romantic at all in the dream. I wanted to do, but I lost my TF. Ooh, conflicts in there with the TF and dreams with another situations. Yes, and she's standing his positive loving and say she's understood. Pretty good. But right now, detective, allow these upgrades to come in. Maybe the new clarifications is gonna coming from within yourself. If the TF they do their work, if they comes in as Nick said, they have to be truth within the divine energies within them. They can walk in with us. Without that honesty, truth, dignity, and responsibility, they cannot have this divine work within them. It simply is not going to work. It's simply the way it is. So be mindful about this and be careful with attachments that you do within yourself. You're going to be put in the place, in the time, and everything if you're following the universe guidance within you. So now this is Zora. It's calm down on this show. She was not aligned in 3D with her 5D self. You're going to find a lot of the people who are out there who they don't have this alignment 3D, 5D. But today, after this download, a lot of the people will, especially the feminine energies, because they're going to understand that their 5D doesn't match their 3D reality of the performance. They maybe understand what kind of mother they need to be. They maybe understand what kind of goddess they need to be. They maybe understand what kind of intimate partner they need to be. But they are not performing in the 3D. So there's gonna be a lot of these energies right now that's coming. That was the karmic processes. There was a chances to give to be solved for. If they're not solved, they begin to be hitting karma heavenly. Whatever you did to the persons happened to you. Karma is just kind of like instantly in the past, like 2 years. It's coming like just like that. All right, guys. Love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Allow these upgrades to happen from within you and be love. All right, guys. Yes, detective. Some of the past life situations are rising up as well. Wish you a good day. Be love. Be love all.